5 grams. That's how much plastic you consume every single week. In other words, you are effectively ingesting a credit card's worth of waste without even realizing it. But how does it get inside us? It's not just one way. It's a triple treat. As you can see here, microplastics have entered our daily lives through 3 main pathways. We eat them, we breathe them, and we touch them. While plastic has become a modern convenience, we now know it never truly disappears. It simply fragments into tiny invisible pieces. This presentation provides practical, science-based steps you can take in your own home to lower this plastic load. You can make intentional choices that create a safer and cleaner environment for your loved ones. Microplastics are tiny fragments of plastic ranging from the size of a pencil eraser down to particles so small they are invisible to the naked eye. In other words, think of them like invisible dust that is in the air we breathe, the food we eat, and the water we drink. Because they are so small, they can bypass our body's natural defenses, finding their way into our blood, lungs, and even our internal organs. Now moving on to one of the most significant ways these particles impact the start of life itself. For a long time, it was believed that the developing baby was protected by a secure shield called a placental barrier. This organ is designed to block toxins while letting essential nutrients pass through. However, recent breakthroughs have proven that microplastics are small enough to cross this barrier and enter the baby's environment. Think of it like a protective fence with holes small enough for these plastic dust particles to slip right through. This means a child's exposure to synthetic pollution can now begin even before their first breath. This discovery led researchers to coin a striking new term, cyborg babies. This doesn't mean infants are becoming machines. Rather, it describes a reality where children are no longer made entirely of organic, natural tissue. Instead, they are born with inorganic, synthetic materials, plastic, already embedded in their bodies at a cellular level. In other words, human life is now being blended with plastic from the very beginning. This shift marks a new era where we are passing a permanent synthetic legacy on to the next generation. Why is this blending such a major concern? Research has found that the amount of plastic in the placenta is often linked to the health of the infant. Higher levels of plastic have been correlated with lower birth weights, smaller head sizes, and even impacts on brain development. Additionally, these particles can trigger inflammation and interfere with how organs grow. Think of it like a planetary 911 call, a signal that we must act now to protect the earliest stages of human life. One of the easiest ways to lower your family's plastic intake is to choose tap water over bottled water. People who primarily drink from plastic bottles ingest significantly more microplastics every year. In fact, drinking bottled water can add up to 22 times of plastic in your system annually than drinking from a tap. What this actually means for you is that filtered tap water is generally the cleaner, safer choice for your daily hydration. When you're away from home, use a reusable bottle made of glass or stainless steel. Next, let's rethink how we handle food in the kitchen. You should never microwave food in plastic containers or wrappers. Heat causes plastic to break down and release millions of particles directly into your meal. Think of it like the heat sweating the plastic into your leftovers. To protect your family, always transfer food to a glass or ceramic plates before heating. It is a simple habit that significantly reduces the amount of synthetic chemicals entering your diet. Your kitchen tools also play a hidden role. Research shows that plastic cutting boards shed thousands of tiny plastic bits into your ingredients every single slice of the knife. In other words, those tiny grooves are actually releasing plastic dust into your food. Swap these for wood or bamboo boards, which don't release these particles. Also, rethink non-stick pans. Many have coatings that release millions of plastic and forever chemical bits when they get hot or scratched. Switch to stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic instead. Here's a fascinating and simple hack for your drinking water. A breakthrough study found that boiling hard, mineral-rich tap water for 5 minutes can remove up to 90% of microplastics. As the water boils, the plastic particles get trapped in the lime scale, that white chalky substance often found in kettles. Think of the lime scale as a natural trap that captures the plastic bits. Once the water cools, you can simply pour it through the common coffee filter to remove the trapped particles and enjoy a much cleaner water. We covered a lot today, but the most important thing to remember is progress over perfection. You don't have to change your entire life overnight. Think of it like a journey. Every small switch, whether it's choosing glass or natural fibers, adds up to a much lighter plastic load for your body. By being mindful of these exposures, you are actively building a healthier, more organic future for yourself and your family. Thank you for listening to me today and perhaps your commitment to a healthy future.